again in the home garage. Got another video here on Pop's SL55 AMG. As you can see, brand new wrap. If you missed the last video, I'll leave that up at the top of the screen here. But today, finally, after blowing up one engine and heavily modifying this one again, we have finally got official power numbers and finally got this thing dyno tuned and making awesome power with all the mods. Pop's out here. Hey guys. So we're gonna be showing you guys the dyno runs, but just in case you guys are new to the channel or this is the first time you've seen this car, I know we've been working on this car for quite a while now, so we're just gonna give you guys kind of a rundown of everything done up until this point. So just in case you wanted to achieve these same power numbers that we're gonna tell you after we show you the dyno runs, you can know exactly how to do it.
The stock horsepower is 493, so it is...
To the crank.
To the crank, right.
So wheel horsepower is even less than that. Yeah,
what we did was we put on a smaller supercharger pulley, 72 millimeter supercharger pulley. As well. We put a belt wrap kit on it to make sure that there was increased tension on the pulley. We then took the fuel rail and we made a looped fuel rail out of it, which comes out here and loops both sides of the fuel rail, and then increase the injectors from 520 to 630 cc injectors. Then we put on a whole custom intake system that you can see here wrapped in heat shield material.
Your NASA space project.
This car is breathing a whole lot better than it ever did. Kleiman mid-length headers and a full custom exhaust that you see in the other video.
I'll leave that video up at the top of the screen that Ben Shepard did for us with the valves in the back so that it's a full straight pipe, which sounds amazing.
And the only other thing that we did to the engine was it run notoriously hot, especially the intercooler to the supercharger. So we put, down here you'll see that we put in a chemical chiller. So it's a Freon to water intercooler chiller made by Killer Chiller. It has the heat exchanger is Freon from your air conditioning to water,
which chills the coolant,
which yeah, then sends that you know, oftentimes 30 to 40 degree water up into the intercooler, so you can have intake temps.
Up into the supercharger, right?
Yeah, up into the supercharger. You can have intake temps in the 40 to 50 degree range when ambient is 90 degrees. So
all about just keeping the supercharger as cool as possible, since these
Absolutely.
Engines are very prone to running hot.
And that's what all these smaller lines are. We deleted the hydraulic
ABC suspension?
Yeah, the ABC suspension, which was somewhat problematic anyway from Mercedes and very expensive. So we replaced it with silver Neomax coilovers. And this is the original hydraulic tank for the ABC hydraulic suspension system. And we're using that as the reservoir, probably 1.5 gallons of coolant that runs through that system. And we get really, really good intake temps.
Nice. And I think that's pretty much everything besides the wrap and the wing that you guys love and a couple of other cosmetic things, carbon fiber.
We had an original box tune that we bought with the supercharger pulley from Victory Road Performance out of the box.
Off the shelf. Yeah.
Off the shelf.
Just kind of one size fits all. You can throw it on anything. And we didn't like that, so we wanted to...
Well, it was fine. What we wanted to do was eke everything we could out of our specific mods at our elevation. So then we took it to Richard at F1 Tuning in Utah County. What you're gonna see is he did 3 baseline runs, then he tuned specific to that information. Then he did 3 more post-tune runs, and then he did a second tune, and then he did 4 final runs, which is what you're gonna see.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to the shop while I was working and see the AMG get dyno tuned, so Pops is doing this one solo. He's got the phone held sideways doing the dyno clips, which I've already seen sound amazing and look amazing. So you hear Pops kind of talk about
the sound, you guys. The sound is unbelievable. So it is indoors, and Richard has on some headphones. You're gonna see all of this. I'm standing beside the car, and it almost was painful. I probably should have had some headphones because
Pop's ears are dead.
We'll show you all the numbers that we get.
Yeah, so let's cut back to Pops at the tuning shop and get his reaction and kind of what's going on there.
We're in Richard's shop. He's our tuner. Okay, this is the first pull post map changes with his first revision on. We had approximately 460 horse on the 3 pulls prior to the upgraded tune. We'll see what we get off of the first pull post tune. Okay, Richard. So tell me what you're seeing.
We're looking at the current corrections right now are similar to a Dyno correction standard, and so we're looking at these peak numbers, which is close to a 20 horsepower peak. However, there's this area under the curve, which is these other areas here. We have gained quite a few delta here, so like right here is about a 30 horsepower gain, just in your 4200 RPM
in the
area.
First revision that you made.
Yep.
Okay.
So this area under the curve and just the lower end power band is really increased dramatically.
So what you're seeing is
be a lot smoother.
Peak horsepower right now is about 520.
Yep. And put this over here on the other peak. So and that's best run versus best run.
Okay. And we're looking at about 625 foot-pounds, 626 foot-pounds of torque.
Let me put this over on the best run versus best run.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we gained 34 foot-pounds of torque.
Okay, here's run number 7 after the second map was uploaded. Run number 7. Okay, this is pull number 10. This is the last run. It's run number 4 on the second tune.
528 actually.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed seeing those clips of the AMG making its first dyno passes on the Dyno Jet. We are super happy to say that the AMG made 532 rear wheel horsepower on
675 foot-pounds of torque on pump gas and
at elevation.
at elevation.
So we're super happy with those numbers.
Listen, now that we've got this kind of dialed in and it's solid and running strong and everything like that, you're going to need to spend some time figuring out how to drive and control 532.
Right. You punch the gas and your back end's gone.
675 foot-pounds of torque. These are real big numbers. So he also did say, if and when you're ready, I have a roadmap for you to take it to the next level. And what we'll do is we'll probably increase the throttle body from 90 to 105 millimeters. We'll take the crankcase pulley and increase that. So what it does is it drives all the other pulleys in a faster way. So we can increase the crankcase pulley that will increase the smaller supercharged pulley, and we'll get more boost. And then he said, you know, you ought to consider what you could get out of a methane water injection kit. So
that means me and Pop's doing meth. Let's go. No,
anyway, we're really happy about the car. We really like the fact that it's running real solid. Anytime I want to take it to the track, it's going to do just fine there.
We're just going to enjoy it.
Anytime that I want to take it up the canyons, which I love to do, the mountain drives here in Utah are unparalleled. So.
If you guys want to see a POV of Pops driving up the canyon and back down, leave a comment down below. I'd love to get that set up for you guys if you want to see the AMG ripping up Big Cottonwood Canyon or something here in Utah. I think that'd be a fun video to make. So let me know down below if you guys would like to see that. But yeah, like Pop said, we're just happy with the numbers we're making. It's a super fun and scary car to drive.
And thanks for all of your interest in this. Thanks for being along this this journey with us. This has been fun.
Pops is happy to have you guys support and all the love for his big wing that you guys love so much. But
like we said on the dyno, it probably got up to about 185, but that's on a dyno. That's on a wheel hub dyno, on a real road someplace. I think we can probably get 200 miles an hour if I feel okay about that.
Sheesh! You're gonna need a new pair of underwear, Pops.
200 miles an hour.
AMG underwear for Pops coming soon. It'd be fun to do one of those top speed
Yeah,
runs.
it would be really fun.
So, if you guys enjoyed today's video of seeing the AMG on the dyno and finally getting the official, again, 532 rear wheel horsepower and 675 foot-pounds of torque, again, to the rear wheels. This thing is scary. Turn off traction control, you'll throw yourself across a barrier before you could even say AMG. But yeah, so Pops and me are gonna both be super careful when driving the car, but most of all, enjoy it. It's been a long ride. Like I said, the second engine, about 2 years of working on this car, and you know, that number for that long of work and how much, you know, stuff we've had to been through may not be a huge deal to some, but it's a huge deal to us, and it's a super fun car to drive here on the streets in Utah. So Pops is happy.
Yeah.
And we're just ready to enjoy it. We've got the new wrap and everything on it. But if you guys loved today's video, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment what you think about Pop's build. If you're happy about the horsepower numbers that we're seeing. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Sheesh.